On Friday, the US is set to release its latest non-farm payroll data figures. Around 80,000 US jobs were added to the US economy in June, and market consensus believe up to 100,000 more jobs will be added to the jobs market. Here to discuss the US NFP results ahead of their release is Jay Molina, Executive Director of Vertical Forex in Costa Rica. Hello, Jay. What results do you think we can expect to see from the US non-farm payroll data release on Friday?
Over the last few months, I've been reading a lot of articles that talk about how the U.S. government has not been able to create enough jobs, mainly because some of the new laws and new programs they're trying to implement to create new jobs, they're not working as well as they were expecting them to work.
And how do you think the US dollar will be affected by the data release?
It has to do with the uncertainty of the consumers in the US. Also there's the elections that are coming up. In some fundamental indicators also shows that the euro, the crisis in the eurozone, it's also affecting the U.S. dollar. The U.S. dollar, it normally gets hit by a lot of volatility first, and then that's when you get the high probability trades. But the first thing that it will receive, it's a lot of volatility, a lot of uncertainty, and I believe that's the first thing that will affect the U.S. dollar.
Jay, how do you think the foreign exchange market will react to the NFP data?
I believe that markets will do what they want to do, but I think that rather than trying to forecast what the U.S. dollar would be doing or what the outcome of the news release is, I think it's better to have a strategy to take advantage of the high probability trades that as they present themselves. And I believe the forex market will start by giving us, as I mentioned before, a period of very high volatility that will be followed by perhaps a trend, a breakout, or other formation that might give us a high probability trading setup.
How important do you think tomorrow's data release will be to the global market and investors?
I think it is certainly very important, since the outcome of the NFP release, will be having a significant influence on how the dollar moves. This new release is a great indicator of how the U.S. economy is doing, and it is also a great indicator of how weak or strong the dollar is. So knowing if the dollar is gaining or losing value, can sometimes give currency traders an edge.
Can you tell me, Jay, how can a trader best prepare for the NFP?
On the farm payroll, on the non-farm payroll, it really represents an opportunity to trade during one of the most active trading times in a regular month. So, however I believe a trader needs to have a plan that allows him or her to prevent getting hurt by all the unexpected volatility that the NFP news release can cause in the currency markets. One technique that I have used for several years is to wait until the NFP news report comes out, and then I try to analyze the market and try to determine if the volatility is safe, because many times if it is too high or you're in doubt, it is better to stay out.
Thanks for joining me today, Jay. Well, that's all we've got time for right now, but stay tuned to Dukascopy TV for more interviews and updates. For now, though, goodbye.